Apostle Paul wrote 1 Corinthians, and this addresses the issues of Christians taking each other to court before unbelievers. And it emphasizes that believers will one day judge the world and angels. So they should be able to resolve minor disputes among themselves. And that Christians have been cleansed from sin and are now known as belonging to Christ. Paul urges the believers to not be deceived. Don't get suckered in believing a lie. This is part 3 of an unofficial appellate court where the righteous gets to rule correctly. The non-believers not so much. God has a reason for everything, and those reasons can be found in the Bible. You just have to research it for an answer. If someone simply gives you the answer, it would not be as much staying power as when you research it yourself. I have not directly found where the Bible explicitly prohibits non-believers from judging Christians. So I approached the problem at a different angle. Proverbs 24:10, if you falter in a time of trouble, how small is your strength? 1 Corinthians 10:13, it states that God won't allow you to be tempted beyond what you can bear, and will provide you a way out. So get your strength through God. Joanne Kemper and I tried to hire attorneys to represent us, to no avail. We did not realize it was a difficult thing to find an attorney who will do justice when it comes to being a Christian in a non-believer's arena and hope for success. The court system recommended an attorney for me and appointed one for Joanne. Now, my attorney informed me that it was unimportant whether he was a Christian or not. It cost me around $7,000 to find him wrong. Not too long after his statement, our association ended. The courts appointed an attorney for Joanne, who did not have her best interest at heart. She worked hard on keeping us apart. We come to believe that only Jesus has the power to correct the abuse of the senior citizens who are simply trying to enjoy their twilight years. There are a variety of crimes committed every day. Some are considered more serious than others, of course. Some have a large and long-lasting effect on individuals. But unless one is placed in a position of unjustified solitary confinement, they could not imagine the horrific effect that is taking place. Now, the safest and most profitable of all crimes committed are done by the justice system. Attacking the elderly who worked hard their whole lives only become easy prey. Children of the greatest generation end up having the putrid generation offer abuse and disrespect. The very ones that are put in position to protect all citizens happen to be the very same ones that commit the most harm. All this escapes the public because the average old person is, as a rule, just doesn't happen to be newsworthy. Even less newsworthy if they are Christians. Oh, on occasion, some scribe or talking head will make note of the lack of justice for some elders, but for the most part, it's just a casual mention, not worthy of any follow-up. The Wall Street Journal did an article on abuse caused by court-appointed guardian Stacy Bollinger. But it was kind of woven in other such cases and very difficult to compile. In any case, there wasn't any follow-up. Speaking of Tracy Bollinger, her track record as a guardian in Clark County, Washington, looks questionable at best. The judicial system of Clark County, Washington is an excellent example of a judicial system that went rogue. I happen to be a great example of the two cases filed against me in Clark County. They are 22-2-0083-06 and 22-2-08698-06. You want to care to check them out, you'll see I'm spot on. It should be noted that both of these cases were filed by Grant Brower, who appears to have attended law school but only utilized the approach he learned in Irrelevancy 101. Now, I took law school courses for a short period of time, but it was only for the purpose of studying contract law, which would enable me to save money by filing my own corporate papers and write my own contracts. Now, I grant you it was no Ivy League school. In fact, it was a correspondence school where you filled out for enrollment on the inside of a matchbook cover. And lo and behold, I was accepted. Correspondence school was a forerunner to the internet education system of today. At the time, the only states that recognized the degree were located on the West Coast. Kind of makes you want to go, no way am I qualified to be a trial attorney. But that's okay. More than a few trial attorneys earned their shabby reputation, and many attorneys are only interested in going through the motions. In my case, it became obvious that the verdict was in before the hearing began. So I decided to go public. I researched as much as I can, collected as much trial documentation as I could. I went through the process of fighting the corrupt system with the knowledge it was a no-win situation. I planned my tactics accordingly with the purpose to expose the demons that created the nightmare. Now here's some of the words, or combination of words, that I found pertinent in my research and are thrown around by attorneys as red herrings. Precedent refers to a court decision that in consideration of an authority for deciding subsequent, I'll get that out. Let me start that again. Precedent refers to a court decision that is considered an authority for deciding subsequent cases involving identical or similar facts or similar legal issues. Now, modus operandi, an expression directly from the Latin meaning way of operating, commonly referred to as MO. Propensity, which is similar to MO and refers to natural inclination or bent towards a particular behavior or way of thinking. Adjudicated makes a formal judgment or decision about a problem or disputed matter. So the way I see things, once a case has been adjudicated, it becomes a precedent. Except in Clark County, it becomes step one in the process of denying my rights and the rights of Joanne Kemper. It becomes a legal platform established over a decade ago, designed to steal from the elderly. It is so foolproof, they don't even try and hide it. The court records will show an attorney that double billed. They'll show that attorneys were billing people that weren't even their clients. And the court approved. The court records will show where an attorney bows out because of conflict of interest, but stays aboard a similar situation, which indicates a musical chair game designed to spread the money around. What money? The retirement money that elders had worked for all their lives. There is no rhyme or reason for the way Clark County judicial system conducts itself. Perhaps it's explained in Luke 11:46. And he said, "Woe unto you also, ye lawyers, for ye laid men with burdens grievous to be borne, and ye yourselves touch not the burden with one of your fingers." In the Bible, lawyer refers to religious leaders who were experts in the law of Moses. The lawyers of the day also don't follow the law of Moses. In some cases, they don't follow the laws they write. But in the final judgment, rulings will come down to following the law of Moses. Are you ready for the final verdict?
I'll sing with you in heaven one of these days. When we're back together, oh, that's how we will stay. It will be forever, not a temporary phase. I'll sing with you in heaven, oh, one of these days. You may leave before I do, but I'll be headed that way too. Only God knows how long it will be. If I'm left to carry on, you'll hardly know that I've been gone, 'cause there's no time in heaven, don't you see? I'll sing with you in heaven, oh, one of these days. When we're back together, oh, that's how we will stay. It will be forever, not a temporary phase. I'll sing with you in heaven, oh, one of these days. You will always own my heart. The love we share won't break apart just because you're gone away from me. I will save my love for you. Your memory will keep me true till we sing again in perfect harmony. I sing with you in heaven, oh, one of these days. When we're back together, oh, that's how we will stay. It will be forever, not a temporary phase. I'll sing with you in heaven, oh, one of these days. I'll sing with you